Interest rates went up. What is next for investing? By www.profitableinvestingtips.com. The long, often boring, and sometimes painful wait for the U.S. Federal Reserve to raise interest rates is over. On December 16, 2015, the Federal Reserve raised a key interest rate for the first time in almost 10 years. The Washington Post covered the story. The Federal Reserve voted Wednesday to raise interest rates and begin pulling back its unprecedented support for the American economy, ending an era of easy money that helped save the nation from another Great Depression, but has yet to produce a full-throttled recovery. The unanimous decision will nudge the central bank's benchmark interest rate up from near zero by 1/4% to a range of 0.25 to 0.5%. The move is small, but it amounts to a vote of confidence that the American economy, dogged by volatile oil prices, a slowdown in China, and weak global growth, will stand resilient. But the Fed also pledged to wean the nation off its stimulus slowly, an acknowledgement that further progress is not guaranteed and that the central bank is operating in uncharted territory. The Federal Reserve under its previous chairman, Ben Bernanke, was largely responsible for not only rescuing the U.S. economy from the worst recession since the Great Depression, but also preventing a slide into financial chaos. Due to the fragility of the U.S. and global economy, the Fed has been cautious about raising rates for fear of choking off the recovery. However, as the U.S. economy strengthens, there is the risk of inflation, and thus the Fed intends to raise interest rates sufficiently to stem inflation while still not damaging the economy. So, interest rates went up. What is next for investing? Interest rates and the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar has gained in value against most global currencies in the last 5 years due to the increasing strength of the U.S. economy, while Europe, Asia, and much of the developing world have struggled. Bloomberg Business shows the BCWI USD IND, the US dollar versus a basket of currencies over the last 5 years. The index has risen from 90 to 120, a 1/3 increase for the US dollar. Unfortunately, in the world of currencies, no good deed goes unpunished. A stronger dollar, brought on by a strong economy, made U.S. manufactured goods paid for with local currencies more expensive throughout the world. Coupled with economic problems from China to Brazil to Russia to the European Union, this has slowed U.S. manufacturing. Higher interest rates commonly lead to a more valuable currency. However, it appears as though the increase in value of the dollar has been priced into the forex market in anticipation of the rate increase. Where to invest? The US dollar is riding high, so there might be a temptation to invest offshore. However, the US stock market rose after the announcement that interest rates went up. What is next for investing in the USA and offshore? The old saying, attributed to Baron Rothschild, is to invest when there is blood in the streets, namely, invest when things are at their worst. Thinking of this advice, Brazil, China, Russia, and the U.S. energy sector come to mind. One can invest directly, invest via a fund, or invest via a company that does business there. Chaos in regions across the world can get worse instead of better, but crude oil and natural gas can only go just so low. Thus, our vote for bottom feeding is the energy sector. Investor Place writes about oil stocks to load up on for 2016. I'm terrible at predictions, so will refrain. I do know that some of the calmer, more experienced observers, like the CEOs of Chevron, CVX, ConocoPhillips, COP, and Saudi Aramco, all think oil will be higher in 2016. T. Boone Pickens is still predicting $70 next year, but admits that while he is usually right on direction, his timing can be off. The 3 suggested stocks are WPX Energy, Tidewater, and Diamond Offshore Drilling. The author's advice is to keep your position small to limit losses and count on a huge turnaround to ensure profits. As always, do your own homework before investing. For more insights and useful information about investments and investing, visit www.profitableinvestingtips.com.